Hey, what's up, Mama? Are you wondering what in the heck are fine motor skills? If so, stick around because in this video, I'm breaking it down. Coming up. What's up, Mama, and welcome back to my channel. So you've asked yourself the question, what are fine motor skills? What does it mean? So let's get into it. So fine motor skills refers to the ability to make movements using small muscle groups that are found in our wrist and in our hands. And fine motor skills are critical to completing activities that we do in our daily life, such as getting dressed. So either zipping up our jacket, unbuttoning our blouse, using a key to unlock a door, writing our name with a pen, typing up a quick email, or shooting off that text message, using a knife to cut our food, and then a fork to bring it to our mouth. The list goes on. And what's interesting about fine motor skills is that they're often built on gross motor skills. So gross motor skills refers to larger movements using larger muscle groups. So when we think about those larger muscle groups, we're thinking about your abs, your back, shoulders, so on and so forth. So those larger muscle groups are going to help us do things like climb a ladder, jump up and down, run a marathon, swim laps in a pool. You get the point. But again, these fine motor skills are often built on top of gross motor skills. And I'll give you a really great example of this. So if we're expecting our little one to sit down in a chair and learn how to write their name with a pencil on paper, it requires that our little one is able to sit upright in a chair without getting tired and slumping over or falling out of their chair because they don't have the balance, right? That requires a lot of strength in our neck and our back muscles and in our stomach muscles before they can start refining the skills for the muscle groups found in our hands and in our wrists to do things like write. Another example would be, imagine how much stability and strength you have to have in your body to stand still to take a key and unlock a door. Your body has to be pretty still in order for you to get that small key lined up with the lock just right, using that hand-eye coordination to turn the lock and open the door. If you don't have the strength in these larger muscle groups to keep your body upright and still, then it's going to be really hard for you to do these smaller tasks with the wrist and the hands. And this is why we have a little saying amongst some occupational therapists that goes a little something like, proximal stability equals distal mobility. And that essentially means that the proximal muscle groups, which is just like closer to the center of our body, needs to have that strength, needs to have that stability, needs to have that endurance in order for us to do things further out here. So distally just means further away from the center of our body. So hands, feet, and even our mouth for oral skills like chewing and using our tongue. Hey Mama, are you getting value out of this video? If so, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And also, if you're interested in progressing your little one's fine motor skills, then you're gonna wanna check this out. So today's video is actually sponsored by Mini Artistes, and they have these adorable musical bells for young kiddos. And this is actually a great fine motor activity that specifically targets hand-eye coordination skills. As your kiddo's reading the colored notes in the musical booklet and then finding the corresponding color bells to replicate the sequence that's shown in the musical book. I get so excited about this as an occupational therapist because you're actually working on a ton of important skills that sort of all fall under the umbrella of fine motor skills. So you can learn to play popular nursery rhymes like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Jingle Bells, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, the list goes on. Developing fine motor skills should absolutely be fun, and Kai, for one, really enjoys musical instruments, so this has been a really big hit with him. And to be honest, I'm actually having a lot of fun with it too. So if you want to learn more about this bell set, I will leave the information in the description box below. All right, back to the video. So a tip I like to offer parents who find that their little one is struggling with their fine motor skills is to take a step back and look at your kiddo's gross motor skills. Are they having issues sitting in a chair, sitting upright, coordinating their movements, jumping jacks, whatever it may be? Because oftentimes difficulty within gross motor skills can absolutely show up in fine motor skills. Now, again, if your little one is struggling with fine motor skills, it's important to reach out to an occupational therapist because they're going to be able to identify what specific skills your little one is actually struggling with. Because within the umbrella of fine motor skills, there are so many other skills that have to come together in order for your child to do something like take that pencil and write their name on paper. Is it a visual issue? Are they not seeing what's on the paper correctly? And is that translating to them not being able to write their name well? Is it a strength issue? Are the muscles in their wrist or their hand weak, and do they need support or activities to help strengthen their hand? So there are just so many different layers, and that's why it's really important to work with an occupational therapist, because we have the ability to break it down and figure out where the issue actually is and give you the support and guidance to work on those underlying skills at home. So now that you hopefully have a better understanding of what exactly fine motor skills are, I'd love to know what you think in the comment section below. Do you have any questions? Is anything unclear? Are you struggling with something at home? Also, I've got some other great videos on fine motor skills and activities right here, so click or tap if you want to check these out. As always, thank you so much for watching this video and hanging out with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.